Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. They say our man Jay-Z about to drop something serious. They said he about to drop something serious. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know Jay-Z got a lot to say, being as though that, he's buddies with Diddy. Everybody been running their mouth like, yeah, bird of a feather flop together. He got to be with Diddy. Then they be saying that he fled the country. And, man, look, it's about time that Jay-Z come out on the record and speak for himself. You know what I mean? I know he got some stuff to say about Lil Wayne and Drake, too. And y'all know Hove, he wanted them. He gonna talk about you. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. I will leave a link in the description. Y'all know how they give it up. Go over there, like, comment, subscribe, do what you got to do. But, I don't like holding y'all. So, without further ado, let's get it.
Now, while for most of the music industry, this time of year marks the moment where things start to slow down, it seems like in and around the hip-hop space, things are only speeding up in terms of the direction where everything in the genre is headed. And now, most recently, there is a rumor emerging in the industry that none other than Jay-Z is about to come back outside for the first time since 2017 with new solo music. And now what this supposed report is telling us is that Jay had a private listening event in New York City recently with some close friends and collaborators and had an entire new album's worth of material.
Damn.
Which out of everything Jay previewed was highlighted by music that amongst everything else addressed everything about the whole Super Bowl controversy and debacle Jay has been caught in with Lil Wayne. And even bigger than that, straight up called out and dissed Drake. And while none of this is confirmed,
I know Jay getting sassy. On him. In the good way, though. In the good way. He need to address some damn rumors, man. Hey, you mess around behind them clothes. But wait, we ain't gonna talk about that. We just talking about lyrics. Just Jay and the music Jay. Not the behind closed doors P. Diddy Jay, but the music Jay. You know what I'm saying?
yet. I do think that we are going to see something from Jay-Z coming soon, not too far in the near future, and that this is going to be some of the most pivotal music he releases in a very long time. But now, before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And so now with Jay-Z and everything that's about to go down between him and Drake, and with all of this new music, over everything, the main reason why he is about to come back out in a way that we have never seen is because when we look at the state of where Jay-Z is at right now, there has not been a more important time for him to speak up in years. And at this point in Jay's career, he has shown us that he is never going to be releasing music without some sort of a greater purpose, as from 2017 with 444 to all of his features onward from this very moment. Hove has shown that his new standard isn't to just rap to collect a bag or to boost his streaming numbers, but it's to speak on something that's very important to the current state of his life or career. Whether that was his personal failures as a man on 444, or whether it was clearing up the air around where he and Kanye stood on tracks like 2018's What's Free, and even later on in 2021 with Donda itself. And now currently in Jay-Z's career, despite him still being a very active presence in the culture behind the scenes, there is just too much going on for him to stay in the shadows, as his name has just been mentioned too much for him to stay silent for this long without damaging or hurting his.
I honestly think he gonna ride the Kendrick Lamar wave. If he drops something, he gonna do it around the time the Super Bowl, around the time where Dot drop his shit. So I want to hear it. I can't lie. I want to hear what Jay got to say on record. You know what I mean?
His reputation. Because first off, with the entire Super Bowl situation, this is a moment that has put Jay-Z at the helm of two major conflicts with two of the other biggest rappers on the planet in both Drake and Lil Wayne. And now while Lil Wayne has only ranted about his frustration about the decision for Kendrick Lamar to be picked over him in his hometown of New Orleans for the biggest show he could ever perform at to this point yet, on the other side of this, Drake has been sneak dissing Jay-Z for months through his social media posts, and has been hitting pretty below the belt, as he has done things like post a picture of Beyonce's sister Solange, which we all know Jay had some issues with when she called him out back in the 2010s for the way he treated Beyonce. And obviously with Drake posting on his story and knowing the fact that Drake puts more effort into what he posts on social media than he does with most of his actual lyrics, that this was obviously very intentional and was supposed to send a message to Jay. From these to then Drake making some other petty posts that have
You can't Tootsie slide your way out of this, boy. Word is bond, boy. You can't Tootsie slide your way out of this. Now, if Jay come out and get at you, Wayne gonna have to help you. Y'all gonna have to let it be known, like, where do Drake and Wayne stand? Like, yo, are y'all defending each other? What's going on? Like, yo, Kendrick get with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z come out and get at Drake. Bruh, Lil Wayne gonna have to say something, bro. He gonna have to say something, bro. Bruh, you gonna have to say something, man. Word these button, boy.
Have been targeted at both Jay and Kendrick about the Super Bowl as a whole, as Drake has expressed his desire to seemingly crash the Super Bowl and make an appearance like Bane did in The Dark Knight Rises. Between every time Drake has seemingly tried to step on the fact that Kendrick Lamar is playing the Super Bowl, to now knowing that more Drake music is actually on the horizon, as he has an entire collab album with Party Next Door on the radar that's supposed to be released before the end of the year. It's safe to say that with everything going on with Drake, that no matter what bag we see him in musically in terms of what he drops next, that he is going to be throwing some shade at Jay-Z for giving Kendrick a platform to perform a diss track that has ruined his entire reputation on the biggest stage any artist can have in the world. And in addition to this, beyond just Drake being mad at Jay for giving the moment to Kendrick, Drake's also mad that Jay took this moment away from Lil Wayne, and maybe him as a result, because despite some vague comments, Drake has never been officially asked to perform at the Super Bowl, which is something Jay-Z has controlled for a good amount of time at this point. And whether intentional or not, Jay has now picked multiple artists who Drake is in direct competition with to perform at the event, both in people like The Weeknd and now Kendrick Lamar. So with all of this, just from this situation alone, we see that Jay-Z has more to answer to than he has had in a very long time. And on top of this, in a time where rappers who he has competed alongside for decades, like Nas and Eminem,
Jay got a lot to talk about. There's nothing more pleasing than a rap artist having a lot to dissect, having a lot to talk about. No writer's totally opposite from writer's block. Like he's, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he been putting this pen to his pad like, yo, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? And he's just going to release that joint. I'm ready.
Have also been way more active than he is, and have been putting out music that has made a lot of noise. Because of where these two are at in terms of their prevalence within the culture, and even with the quality of what they are releasing alone. And even on top of this, someone like Eminem specifically taking a dig at Jay-Z on his track Toby, where he said that he watched Jay-Z when they were on the same track Renegade back when the Blueprint dropped. So because Eminem outperformed him when they were toe-to-toe, Jay could never be ranked higher than him. From the actual beef Jay has with Drake, to his race to have the greatest legacy against people like Nas and Eminem, to all of the other drama and controversy surrounding Jay right now as well. Jay-Z has a lot to answer to, and if he is still the same Jay-Z who he has prided everything he has ever built his name on since the 1990s, the only way to move through this situation is going to be to release music and answer to all of the noise and chaos surrounding his name and brand right now. So when we look at these reports and then look around and see the moment and time we are both in hip-hop and in culture as a whole, Jay-Z really needs to release another album because the stakes have almost never been higher, which is obviously saying a lot. And now when it comes to Jay-Z and everything he needs to address, obviously with all of this on this project, we are bound to see Jay diss Drake on a track here in some capacity, because with the way Drake has been acting, and I am sure with the way he is only going to take things further and further, because we know Drake never stops sending petty jabs people's way. Their feud is going to reach the highest point it ever has been, and the way it has always been heading for years, as these two have really had bad tensions for years, where quietly they have made constant moves against one another. As back in the mid-2010s, from Drake telling Jay-Z that he was going to join his own music streaming service Tidal, and then him popping out and signing a deal with Apple Music out of nowhere to Jay's surprise right after, to Drake making Jay record a whole verse on his track Pop Style on his remix with Ye, and then only including one line from Jay's entire verse to pretty much try and embarrass and diminish his presence. To then Jay-Z sneak dissing Drake on nearly every single collab they have ever done, which in of itself, Jay has only even appeared on these Drake albums to assert his dominance as an MC over him every time he can. To then Drake hopping in the studio with Beyonce and Jay when she was working on her dance album.
Did they put Drake out there to go against Jay-Z? Like, yo, okay, we gonna make us a plant. We gonna make us a plant that could rap, and we gonna put him out there to go against Jay, to try to take Jay down, because that's some weird stuff right there. They get a feature from Jay and only include 2 lines on the joint.
Renaissance. And after hearing what that album sounded like and getting all the insider info, going out and releasing his own dance album right before hers in Honestly Nevermind, which ultimately caused people to think that Beyonce stole Drake's idea. Meanwhile, it was the other way around. All in all, even before the Super Bowl, this rivalry between Drake and Jay-Z had been building for so long that something eventually was going to happen like this. But now with this moment being the biggest and most important clash the two have ever had, it makes sense that on this new Jay-Z album, that he is going to address Drake in a fashion like we have never seen. And now with this, while I'm sure Jay is going to throw some heavy lyrical jabs Drake's way, I don't think this is going to be anything like Kendrick's diss tracks, which were these loud and in-your-face moments that got the attention of the entire culture, nor are they going to be like Jay's diss tracks in the past, like Takeover, and instead, they will be cold and chilling moments where we are going to hear Jay-Z sound equally livid as he does wise, and this will create an atmosphere that really no other MC can right now. And overall, the goal with these will be to intimidate Drake and make him just stop acting the way he does. And while it seems like we will be getting a song like this very soon, when it comes to the timeline of all of this, because of the fact that when we look at the grand picture of this all, Jay-Z is someone who has actually too many powerful connections and brands that he works with to get into a gritty rap beef where he can potentially lose everything he has built over the years. This track is definitely going to have a prestige to it that most diss tracks just never do. And because of all of this, it will be coated with subliminal disses that will humiliate Drake, but that not everybody will realize unless they're really paying attention. And now
somebody did say in the comment section, all Drake gotta do is make music with Wayne. That'll help him get his foot in the door a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just go make some music with Wayne and y'all get together, y'all do something. That might work.
In addition to this, what's also just as important to how Jay-Z actually calls out Drake on this album is when he ends up putting this project out and going through with all of this. And now when we look at when this could happen, as Drake still hasn't laid out all of his cards on the table in terms of saying everything he wants to Jay, and also knowing that the Super Bowl is not until February, and this is of course when Kendrick Lamar is going to be performing, and as a result of this, he is going to humiliate Drake like we have never seen before. There is no way we see Jay-Z do anything before the Super Bowl, and in addition to this, as the Grammys are also right around this time, and they have another chance to not give the Album of the Year to Beyonce, which is another major issue Jay-Z has been livid about recently, as he feels that the Grammys are rigged, as they have never respected someone even of Beyonce's stature with the biggest award they give out in the Album of the Year. This could be another thing that Jay-Z adds to his list of what he wants to address on this project, so overall, knowing all of this and having all the proper context, well, there is definitely going to be a lot that will happen in this time between now and when we actually hear this new album from Jay-Z. And who knows where Drake takes things with him, and even how Lil Wayne may address all of this entire situation when the Super Bowl actually happens. All in all, it's clear that this has been the most important time for Jay-Z to release an album since 444, and in order for him to keep his rap legacy in the place that so many have had it for years, he is due to give us a new record and address everything going on around him. Which from what we have seen and what everything is building to so far, a lot of this is going to be about where everything's been headed with Drake and maybe even Lil Wayne, and no matter what direction Jake goes in here, I'm sure that this is going to be another moment that is just going to be so revealing about how Drake has been perceived by his peers for years. Maybe even how Lil Wayne is protected.
Bro, y'all come on with that 2-on-2, man. We ready to see that 2-on-2, man. Lil Wayne and Drake versus K-Dot and Jay-Z. What's up? Let's get it. Who y'all got? Who y'all got, man?
Him from this scrutiny by having such a good reputation, which he has now thrown out the window, which that would just be another insane rabbit hole to say. And beyond all of this, at this point, it would really show us what's really been going on in and around the rap world as a whole. So with all of this, while so much is in the air, it's clear that whatever happens, this is going to be another moment that is going to shake hip-hop to its very core. And so now with all that said, let me know, what do you think is about to happen with Jay-Z and Drake? How do you think this situation's gonna end? And depending on how the Super Bowl and all of that goes, do you think this situation could escalate into something much bigger, perhaps between Jay and Kendrick against Lil Wayne and Drake? Which if we ever really got to that point, it would just be the most insane and large-scale competitive event hip-hop has ever seen. Now I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this, and if you've made it this far, be sure to
yeah, we'll be back with that. We'll be back with y'all. I found a little bonus for y'all on TikTok. We about to see what they got this, what they talking about on TikTok, how Jay-Z is dropping a new album. Y'all, let's get it.
Officially dropping an album in 2024. If you want to stay up to date on the latest Jay-Z music news, make sure to give me a follow. Director Hadiji posted this on his story just a couple minutes ago, showing that Jay-Z has a brand new album in the works for 2024 and that he's doing a music video for him right now. Director would then double down on this with another photo with someone asking, "What are you doing today?" And he said,
I hope that ain't Jay. Oh, Lord, y'all can't even see it. Good, oh Lord, that thing looks crazy. But where he's bun? Look at that nose. Look at those lips. Oh my gosh. What the hell? With whiskers like a rat compared to your beans, you whack. Oh man, Jay, come on, man. Come on, man. I know that. That's gotta be AI. That's gotta be AI. Dang. Butthole lips. Where these bun, boy?
said, "I'm making a music video for Jay-Z, so this is legit and actually happening." This will be Jay-Z's first album since 2017's 444, which is an absolute masterpiece. Still no confirmed date about when this album's gonna drop, but Jay-Z is not the type of person to announce an album like this and then have us waiting for a long time. I'm ready for this album. I'm ready for Jay-Z to lecture me on how to set up my 401k, how to buy art, and how to buy back the block and get that bag. All I know is with this album now coming out in 2024, this year really...
Man, you know Jay is a hustler, baby. He sell water to a well. Y'all already know that, man. Come on, man. Hey, Jay, don't let these people on TikTok do you like that, man. They talking about 401k. You going to be telling people about health insurance on your track and all that, man. Listen, bro. Y'all ain't going to be doing my man Jay like that. Y'all ain't going to be doing my man Jay like that. He about to come with some heat. Drake, you better watch out. Wayne, you better clear your tears up, man. You better clear your tears up, boy. He coming for you, boy. Where he's buying, boy. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think of the video, man. Do y'all think Jay-Z about to drop that fire? If so, who do y'all think that he's going to diss? Also, who do you want him to diss? As hip-hop fans, you know what I'm saying, as a sport. Who do y'all want to see Jay-Z diss? And who do you think he might diss? Yeah, this gonna be something good, man. 2025, we got something in the works, man. It's coming, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the video. Big Kish signing out. I am gone.